Hey, yo, what is up, everybody? It is the Double Chen Show.
It's that time of week. We actually realized that we could be referred to as 臣子.
We can, but we don't know that much.
Yeah.
Do you know that much?
I mean,
Are you a great teacher? Is that what you're saying?
I like to think of myself as
If you have no idea what we're talking about, you obviously haven't seen our philosopher video, which might not be out yet when this video comes out. So you wouldn't have seen it.
Yeah.
But look out for it.
Look out for it.
So today's topic is something that we've been getting a lot of requests to talk about. Is the situation that's happening in Hong Kong. For those of you who have no idea what's going on, you can watch the video where I talk about what's happening in Hong Kong. Right here, here's the link. So there's such a huge debate, right now, because first of all, the demonstration, it is hurting local businesses. It is hurting locals who are trying to live their daily lives who don't want any part of this.
Right.
But then where do you stand on democracy? Like, people of Hong Kong have always kind of like lived under the umbrella of democracy.
Absolutely.
For
as long as, until 1997.
Yeah, for their whole lives, basically. So now, like, the people of Hong Kong might be faced with the fact that, and this is why they're so angry. It's not even just like, oh, hey, okay, we're returned to Beijing now. We live under a different set of rules. Right. It's the fact that Beijing told them something and completely just try to backtrack on it.
Well, I remember back in 1997 and 1998, around that time. I mean, I was in high school, so I do remember as the switchover was happening, and even then, like, Hong Kong people were not happy because even though Chinese government promised them one thing, like, how would you feel like it today if, let's say, Canada was like, hey guys, y'all live in the U.S., you're gonna be under our rule now, but we'll let you keep your way of life for now. It's like, I know at some point the day's gonna come when the mainland is gonna try to impose their will on Hong Kong. So I'd be mad, you know?
And I just want to be clear. I'm completely on the pro-democracy side.
Of course, dude. Here's the thing. What would be your argument for mainland?
I'll tell you what the argument is. The argument is, oh, hey, this is part of China now. That's what, like, the sentiment of mainlanders is. This is you're part of China, so listen to us. Or face the consequences. Just listen to us. You're not independent. Who do you think you are?
Unfortunately, there's 1.3/1.6 billion people in China, right? In mainland China, that are gonna lean towards what you just said. Because one, the mainland Chinese government controls all the media. So if you're neutral and you see in the Chinese media all the time that Hong Kong belongs, it's like, yo, Mike, that's yours, man. That's your sandwich, dude. Why do you let Dan eat that? That's your sandwich. You're like, oh yeah, that's my sandwich. You hear that enough, you're gonna be like, yeah, why aren't those people? So, you have a lot of people that are gonna be thinking that.
And I'm not saying that everybody in mainland feels this way, because there's still a portion of mainlanders that want democracy, even for themselves.
Even for themselves.
So right now, this issue, this protest, don't kid yourselves, everybody. This is not a simple protest.
Right.
This never happens in China.
Right.
Hong Kong technically is part of China.
Right.
This never, like I said, the last time this happened, people were killed. Thousands of people were gunned down. That's what happened last time something like this big happened.
Right.
So right now, this issue is, okay, Beijing is facing an international spotlight on them right now. Basically, they have to, how they handle this situation is critical. Because for one, they're trying desperately, the censors in China is trying desperately to block all this information from the mainland crowd, because they're afraid something like an Arab Spring will happen in China, in a case where students from mainland might be like, you know what, we agree with them. We want democracy too. We can also protest. What if something like that major happens? And then again, like you said, we live now in a day and age where any information can be sent overseas in a flash.
So if this had happened, back in 1990 again, you know what I think would happen? The Chinese government would roll in some tanks, kill some people, not let tell mainland Chinese, even to this day, people from mainland China don't think that Tiananmen Square happened. That's fact.
True.
That's a fact. It's like there's people in the world that are like, the Holocaust never happened. It's like, okay. So those people, you're off this planet. But anyways, I could see that back then. They just roll in because Chinese government, all they got to do is use some force. That's all they've been doing.
That's all they know how to do.
That's all they know how to do.
I'm also really happy to see that the global community is supporting the protesters, pro-democracy protesters in Hong Kong. Which I obviously do, because, come on, Like, this is something like, I hear this argument a lot, and I hate it. And we sometimes go to like pro-democracy. We see pro-democracy rallies or whatever. And then a lot of times you'll see some of these mainlanders there, and they're like, "Oh, you don't love China. You're a traitor." You know what? First of all, why are you here? Why you love? Why did you leave China? Secondly, let me say this. Okay, there's a big difference between loving China, which we both do, than
as
loving
evident by all the what we do daily.
Than loving the political party that's in charge of China. Can you imagine, like, somebody said to you, "Hey, Dan, are you a Republican?" No.
Yeah.
What? What? You don't love America because you're not a Republican?
Yeah.
There's a difference
You're
between
part of the Tea Party?
Right. There's a difference between the Communist Party and China, guys. There's some people like,
dude,
I mean, think it's the same thing. It's not.
Here's the thing. Me and you also, our family backgrounds, okay, I can speak for myself, right? My dad was, basically, he was the student in Tiananmen Square. His friends got shot and killed in Tiananmen Square. My dad is a scholar. Ironically, he's a scholar now. He teaches in Hong Kong. So I've yet to ask him what he thinks about this. He teaches in the university in Hong Kong. So he's probably, I can't imagine what's going through his head right now. Because in 1989, he was like, I'm getting the heck out of here. Came to America and watched as his friends got shot in Tiananmen Square. Now, I hope he doesn't have to watch his students get shot. Because that would be like double, like that happened, plus he had to live through the Cultural Revolution. It's like living through like, I mean, it's just insane. Like, you just kill yourself. Like, why am I living? There's no freedom. I don't want to use, I'm not excited, but I am very curious to see what happens. Because, like I was saying, I know this is not going to be, this can't be 1989. So the thing that I want to see is, you know what? I do want to see Hong Kongese people preserve their democracy. You have, come on. Like, look, if you gave a mainland Chinese person a choice right now, you want to be a Hong Kong citizen and live there? They'd be like, yes, please, one-way ticket. I mean, just ask them that, right?
Or anywhere else in the world.
Or anywhere
you want
to
know why?
Except for maybe North Korea and Russia. Right, that's the only, like, or maybe the Sudan.
Why is all the people trying to leave China? Because look, dude, there was a report, over 50% of billionaires, this is true, over 50% of billionaires want to take their money out of China.
Come on. Oh yeah, and they're like, you hate to be Chinese. Like, shut up. Seriously, I do fear for my cousin. She has she's pregnant. She's gonna have a kid, and she lives in Hong Kong. So hopefully, I haven't called her yet, but hopefully she's not joining. Obviously, I don't think she is. But it's hard to say. Luckily for her, she's international. Her husband's Greek. They could flee to Greece. But I feel bad for all the people that are native Hong Kongese. There's a girl that works at my work. She's Hong Kongese, and she calls home a lot right now during this time, and you could see like she's pretty like distraught because it's her friends and family back home that could be, could have their freedom taken away. And there's some people that are like, but Dan, it's not like the mainland government is not giving them their freedom. Okay. Are you really that stupid? Okay. That's like saying inevitably this is just the first step they're taking, right? Come on. For step one, you choose our leaders. Step two, literally, our leaders are just like us. Step three, those leaders make laws that are the same, they just word it different. And by then, you're already there. So, of course, you gotta stop this from the beginning.
And this is a topic we feel strongly about, so we're taking a very hard stance on what we believe in. So, to summarize, we love China. We love
culture.
We love the Chinese culture. We don't love the Communist Party.
In fact, I hate it.
So if you guys, anybody who disagrees with us on that, you can let us know in the comments below, but don't get nasty. I know this is a sensitive topic. Don't get nasty.
Let's just inevitably they will, but most of those nasty comments don't make any sense. Because it's all like...
And then we just delete you and block you.
It's all the same thing. Like, Dan and Mike are anti... It's like, shut up. Shut up.
Get out of here.
Dude, I've been punched in China by Beijing police before. Guess what I was trying to do?
What?
I was trying to take a photograph of course, like peaceful demonstrations by Falun Gong practitioners, and police, of course, are beating them up. I go take a photograph, because in America, we have freedom of speech. So I'm a high school kid trying to take a photo to show people what's going on. Undercover cop comes up, punches me right in the face. And my mom's jaw was just like, and I'm like, I mean, come on.
All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you later.
Peace.